Hey guys, and welcome to my review of Hell Let Loose, which was released out of Early Access July 27th, 2021. Hell Let Loose is a multiplayer tactical first-person shooter developed by Australian studio Black Matter and published by Team 17. In Hell Let Loose, players fight in iconic battles of the western and eastern fronts of World War II at the platoon level. The game was announced via a successful Kickstarter campaign in 2017 where it raised $220,000 and was released as an early access title on Steam, June 6, 2019, the 75th anniversary of the Normandy D-Day landings. It was pretty buggy and laggy back then, but has since come a long way, and in commemoration of its full 1.0 Steam release, I thought I'd finally make a review on it. Hell Let Loose features player matches of 50 vs 50 between two teams of Germans and Americans, and more recently, since the full release of the game, Russians. Each consists of multiple smaller squads of 6 soldiers, armoured squads of 3 soldiers, or recon squads of 2 soldiers. As of this review, 2 game modes exist in the game, Warfare and Offensive. In both modes, the map is divided into sectors that each team seeks to capture and control. In the Warfare mode, the game is won by either controlling all sectors at a given point in time, or by controlling a majority of them when the timer runs out, essentially functioning as a capture the flag type thing. In the Offensive mode, a defending team is in control of all sectors at the beginning of the match, and the objective for the opposing side is then to capture all of them before the timer runs out. Communication is a central gameplay aspect in Hell Let Loose. Each unit is led by a single officer, who can communicate with other officers and the commander through a leadership voice channel. Similarly, there are squad-only and proximity voice channels as well. As an alternative to voice communication, players also have access to a team-wide and unit-level text chat. This game really does require a microphone though, if you want to get the most out of it. Hell Let Loose also features an RTS-inspired, resource-based strategy metagame. Each of the 2 factions fighting is assigned a commander, and the commander is in charge of not only the team and squads, but tank deployments and airstrikes. However, these all cost resources. The commander can drop resources on the map, and the engineer class can create a node on them to bolster resource production. This allows the commander to deploy more tanks and airstrikes in order to help the team fighting on the battlefield. However, they can be taken down if found by the enemy team. This whole RTS meta element of Hell Let Loose adds a deeper layer of potential for strategizing and makes the game feel more than just a 50-on-50 deathmatch. You really feel like you're participating in a team effort that is greater than just yourself. The playable maps in the game are designed based on historical World War II theatres of war, by combining satellite imagery, archival aerial photography, and street-level recreation. According to the developers, the map for Normantown St. Mary-du-Mont is a 1-to-1 scale battlefield. This isn't just the developers talking shit either. I've never played a World War II game of this scale that's level design has been even close to as immersive as Hell Let Loose. These maps range from the classic Omaha Beach, the densely wooded Hurtgen Forest, the French town of Carentan, Hill 400, the French town of Saint-Mire-Église, and the snowy Belgian village of Foy. There's also the newly patched-in Russian maps, Kursk and Stalingrad, which at this point in time have such severe FPS issues they're a chore to play, but I'm sure the developers will patch it. There's a series of different classes to play, and unlike other games in the genre, most roles can only be filled once, and those roles' contribution to the squad is essential. This gives you a feeling of importance in the role you play rather than just being a meatbag with a customised gun and helmet. In my 120 hours with Hell Let Loose, I've mostly played as medic. As respawn times and running back to the capture points can be quite time consuming, reviving teammates en masse can actually be a real asset. Hell Let Loose is rewarding for all classes though, whether you're an anti-tank class removing an annoying tank from the field, or playing as an engineer creating barbed wire and sandbags to stop the enemy advance. The push and pull of objective points can really make you feel like you're a part of a movie, playing the lead role. Other times you're running around a field getting headshotted by the world's best sniper. Or tank in this case. Hell Let Loose shines its brightest when your squad and team work in harmony. Taking orders from a 40-year-old tax accountant from New Zealand to defend a trench may not sound so sexy at the time, but when the enemy floods the point and you successfully hold them off, it'll feel extremely rewarding. Trust me. With each gameplay session of Hell Let Loose, you'll experience so many theatrical moments that are reminiscent of some of the greatest war films of all time. I can't put in a gameplay session without being reminded of scenes from Saving Private Ryan and Band of Brothers.
Jesus! Come on! Lucky bastard! Move it! Keep it moving!
So what's the verdict? Hell Let Loose offers massive tactical battles of faithfully recreated World War II locations. Its gameplay is complex, tactical and dynamic. It's more than just a capture the point game. You'll find yourself having some of the deepest team and squad cooperation you've had in an FPS. Your life feels valuable and your actions feel like they matter. Hell Let Loose came from small beginnings, and with a small development team, updates do take some time to drop. However, they are always worth the wait. Although most of the early access bugs have been fixed, there are still issues with frame rates on certain maps, crashes to desktop and minor player clipping issues, but I have no doubts the developers will sort this stuff out in future updates. I have faith that Black Matter Studios will stay true to their roadmap and patch more and more great content for us to enjoy in the future. Coming in at around $57 Australian on Steam, picking up Hell Let Loose is a no-brainer for anyone who's a fan of World War II team-based FPS combat. You won't regret it. As always guys, thanks for tuning into my review, and a big thank you to my new patrons. I really appreciate the support. Catch you on the next one guys.